Hello, I'm really proud of everybody who's made such good progress on their classwork in Schoology today. I've seen a lot of great stuff coming through. Uh, I have had one question that's come up several times, and I wanted to give you guys the important, correct answer. So people are asking about connecting their Google Drive to their Schoology, and it is in fact connected mostly. You will have to approve it. Let me show you how you would do that. So if I were in my class, which I'm going to go to my courses and go to my sandbox class. I know if you did the work, you all made your own sandbox class. So here's my sandbox class. And this is not intended for anybody to look at. So don't worry about the stuff that's in there. I did put in a video from The Greatest Showman that I connected with YouTube. Also one that people asked me about how to connect. So I'll show you that too. So I go to add materials, and I'm going to go to add assignment. In here, you will see there's a Google Drive Assignments button. The first time that you click this button, it's going to ask you for permission to connect with your Google Drive, which you will have to approve. I've already done that. So when I click it, it's taking me straight to here. So here, if I wanted to take this environmental science introduction and give that to my students, I would go ahead and click it and then click attach. And so now if you see right here, it says this will create a copy for a copy of your file for each student. So that's how that works. And that is directly connecting with Google Drive, and it makes it work sort of like it did in Google Classroom. The next place you could connect to Google Drive is up here in Insert Content. So maybe I wanted to put in a slideshow. So I come down here and I want the Google Drive resource app. And again, the first time you do this, it asks you about connecting, but then after that it doesn't. So I'm already connected. So if I wanted to put in a slideshow, I think I have a slideshow down here somewhere. Really, I'm sure I have a slideshow down here somewhere. I saw it go by. Here's the cafeteria slides. This is fun. If I click it, it shows me what it is. Those are the Luray Middle School's cafeteria slides. And if I won't do theirs because those aren't mine. I'll just do this slides here. If I click here and then say import, I can import a link, import a private link, or I can embed it. I'm going to embed it in this one because I want to stick it in there and have it really be in there. Now, at the moment, I can't really see it, and that worries me slightly, but it's not a problem because I've done this before. So here is my example, and it needs a title, so it's going to be my example. And I've now got my slides embedded right there, and I will tell you this one only has one slide, but it's got a copy for every student for the environmental science introduction. And if I go down here to create, it's going to fuss at me about the fact that I didn't put in an assignment. I'm going to call this one ungraded. Remember, if I put a due date on it, then it'll end up on everybody's calendar. So that's important. You can put a time, or it automatically seems to put in just prior to midnight. How many points it's worth, all that good stuff. I'm going to leave this as a numeric scale, but whatever. Remember, here you have the option to copy it to other courses. Here you have the options to have grade statistics, but that would be not for an ungraded one. Here you can leave it. You can click this and have it not publish until later. You can lock the assignment so nobody can mess with it. You can assign it individually. So if you only want to assign to certain kids, that's this button here. I'm not sure how much of that was in your previous videos. Anyway, now that I hit create, I've got my assignment. It's coming, really. There it is. So here's my example assignment. And since I embedded the slides, there's the slides. And if there was more than one slide, you'd have to, scroll through them. But there's only one slide, so there's nothing to scroll through. And here is the attachment that I put on, which happens to be an environmental science worksheet. So that is how you get Google Drive into your stuff. Let me show you one more spot. So back to my sandbox section 1, back to add materials. If I were adding a page, if I'm adding a page and I go to this insert content, this is where I could, now my face is in the way again. Insert content, Google Drive resource app, I could put in a slideshow here as a page. So that would be better for if it were notes rather than an assignment. But that is how you get your Google Drive integration. And meanwhile, I also showed you a little bit of what's down here, which I don't recall if it's in your videos or not. But on the page one, if you click this, it displays in the main page rather than making you open it to see what's on it. You've still got the ability to publish it later or to assign individually. So I'm canceling that one because there's nothing there. I hope that's helpful for those of you who are worrying about how to integrate your Google Drive, and have a great day.